What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike Fulahope here. Today I kind of just wanted to do a video about where I stand with my faith. This is a very, very, I guess, sensitive topic for me, or just like it's just a relevant topic for me. I think that when we talk about like what I believe in, or what I think is relevant to my life, what is my purpose here, is there a God or not? I think you have to take into consideration my life, my lifestyle, in general. I honestly don't think I truly believe in a God. I believe in there being a higher power, a most high. I believe that God or that supernatural power helped get us here, and made things how they were. And the reason why I truly believe that is for the fact that I just, part of me just can't, it doesn't make sense to me otherwise. Because I don't think that we would be like, what would be the purpose of life if there's nothing to strive for, nothing to have ambitions for, nothing to contemplate seeing on a daily basis. This whole idea that, you know, things as they are, life as it is, just some way popped out of nowhere, just started, and it's just happening endlessly without any regard for the actual time itself. I don't know if I believe that, just because humans die and humans live. Humans are born, humans die, and then the next life is produced, and the cycle happens again. And if we had a beginning, then there's no doubt in my mind that there will probably be an ending sometime. I don't think that there was a beginning and then we just go on infinitely forever. So that's kind of where I stand as far as some of the psyche behind it. And to add more to that is like, it's kind of weird to if you just take what I just said, this whole idea, this concept of time, how that gets involved with faith, and just like how it's relative to the question or to the answer of whether there is some kind of higher power that created this or not. Yeah, I don't get it. I can't understand how, I don't understand how people that, they say they don't believe in whatever, and they just go living their lives doing the same thing over and over again, kind of just living aimlessly without any purpose, kind of like a zombie. It's just weird. I've always found that really weird to me. And I'm like, hey, if you don't believe that there's something to strive for spiritually, then what do we have to live for? If that's the case, you might as well. I mean, it's sad. You might as well just take lives, or if there's no morals, where do the morals come from? If there's no morals or nothing to live by, or if there's no order or no direction, what is life? Life is just us doing what we want all the time. That can't be the case, because we can't do what we want all the time. There's always limitations. There's always restrictions, and we also have different personalities amongst one another, different lifestyles and ambitions amongst people to people. And I don't think the difference is just natural. I guess you could say that it's natural that we all have differences, but what would be the purpose of there to be a difference from person to person? Why didn't everybody just come out the same way? What kind of world would it be if we came out the same exact way? Would it even be a purpose to live? You know, if everybody was the same exact thing, had the same mannerisms, had the same goals, walked the same way, talked the same way, believed the same way, and looked the same way. So I think there's a lot to that. And like I said, this is not like some kind of it's not some kind of plea for you to believe what I believe. This is just saying why I believe that there is a God. I refuse to think that human beings can just make up stuff out of thin air. Everything has some kind of origin to it, whether it was kind of exaggerated or dramatized, but it still has an origin. For example, even when people talk about aliens, um, extraterrestrial, beings and life forces that are kind of outside of our own, they couldn't make if first of all, that's some scientists, some people will tell you that's not stuff that's made up. But there was people a few years back we were saying that was made up. There was stuff like that didn't exist. The human progression has allowed for a lot of the stuff we didn't to believe to come to light, and humans have realized that we may not know everything we thought we knew. For a long time we thought that the Earth was flat, and I'm sure during Ptolemy's era, or the years after that, people would, you know, claim that with all energy in their hearts and all their might, and you couldn't disagree with that. And then we find out years later that we were wrong about that. So the people at their time believed in something that was completely wrong. It couldn't be contested. But later we found a discovery. Now humans think it differently. They think a different way about it. And you can use that same case against believing in a lot of I guess supernatural things, but I think the case for it is a lot more feasible, is a lot more lucrative in the sense that you know it's a lot easier to doubt. Think that it's a lot easier to doubt a God being there than it is for you to believe one that is there, because you can't see a God, you can't hear it, you can't physically, it's not tangible. But that's kind of what faith is, because you have faith that what you believe in is not just some kind of waste of time, or waste of breath and energy. So I mean, having said that, I think, like you said, the evidence is the evidence, I think, goes actually both ways. But I mean, that's a very opinionated way of looking at it. Definitely, the evidence for the either cases of there not being a God and there being a God, or disproving that there's a God and me trying to prove that's a God, it's kind of a 50-50. It's kind of a stalemate, because you can't, I can't prove that there's a God. I can't. I just can't. I don't have the evidence to prove something that is, I can't prove the existence of something supernatural. However, you can't disprove the existence of something that's supernatural, and that's part of the human struggle, is that we can't talk about stuff that we can't see, feel, or taste, or touch, stuff that is beyond our human sense. But the thing is, you know, one, I think the evidence for it comes to this, that, like I said, I don't think that people make up stuff. I think that the human mind is very powerful, but it's not that powerful. And we've seen centuries and centuries again people that have made bold claims about the supernatural and have lived for it. And there were philosophers: Socrates, Plato, scientists, Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin. You know what I'm saying? Just academics, Confucius, and religious leaders of the past, Buddha, Jesus Christ. that have lived their lives in a certain manner, and the response to that manner has changed the depths, changed history, changed the course of humanity. So that's very. I think that's very interesting. I kind of went off topic. Back to my point. The point was, I think that it's very things. The makeup of the earth, the makeup of life itself is very complex, and we didn't make it up. We as humans did not make up the earth. We may be able to alter certain things that manifest here, but we didn't make up the kind of the backbone or the actual function of life, or nor the the science of life itself. That's not something that human could create. However, I will say that it's it's kind of taken like it's taken an interesting toll on us, and I think that's kind of just the beauty of it in general. And it'll be interesting to see where exactly that takes us in the future, like it always does, which is it's kind of us like pushing towards something. The more and more we learn, the more and more we feel confident about some of the beliefs that we have, and confident about some of the stuff that we had in the past, or not so confident about some of the stuff we have in the past, skeptical about a lot of the things that we used to believe. And I think that kind of constant tug of war, that constant yin and yang, is definitely proof of something magnificently having to do with everything. And just the beauty of this whole cause and effect, the beauty of problem and solution. I think that right there, the makeup of nature, how things naturally grow and die, the Grand Canyon, animals, human language, art. I just don't think that would be something that's just there without something. But like I said, that is my take on it. I would love to hear what you guys side, or what you guys have to say about that. Please do comment below some of your thoughts. I guess the one point I wanted to make. A lot of what I just said kind of comes off for the whole ontological argument, which is that if I can imagine something, if I can believe, if I can think about something there, that is enough evidence for it being there. That's why what's his name? Cogito ergo sum, which means I think, therefore I am. Rene Descartes, one of the old philosophers of the 1500s, I believe, 1600s, said this whole thing that the human mind is not, absent or divided from some kind of spiritual realm, some kind of makeup of the cosmos. That is definitely something I believe, and some of your greatest scientists have believed that too. Some of your greatest academics, scholars, politicians, world leaders have followed kind of this whole seeing. If I could see it, if I can believe it, then it can be it kind of mentality. And you have Eastern and Western religion, Eastern and Western philosophy, Eastern and Western science from there on. But like I said, subscribe if you like the video, comment. There will be more videos, and stay blessed. All right, Fulahope out. Peace.